If you're in the mood for a musical, In the Heights has now dropped both in theaters and on HBO Max. So let's find out if it's worth the time to watch. Usnavi, a sympathetic New York bodega owner, saves every penny every day as he imagines and sings about a better life where little dreams become big. So this is a musical featuring the music and lyrics from Lin-Manuel Miranda and brought to the screen by John Chu. This is based off the Broadway play, and you can tell that it's an adaptation. Chu keeps in elements that retain the feel of watching something on stage while also making it larger than life as only a movie can do. Anthony Ramos stars as Usnavi, and he's not only our main protagonist, but he's also the narrator. He's telling the story of Washington Heights, where he lives, and much of the time he's rapping and singing his dialogue. If you saw Hamilton, you know how the music and lyrics were rapid fire in their quickness. The delivery had such a cadence to it that it packs in way more words for dialogue than a normal play or movie would contain. And the same goes for In the Heights. The words come at us at a quick pace, but they're understandable and they tell a really good story. The lyrics are a mix of English and Spanish, and they flow together well. The music allows for just tremendous harmonies as the actors sing with just some crazy range. And some of the actors really did surprise me with their singing. I mean, some because I didn't know that they could, and others just because I wasn't expecting such a powerful voice. Jimmy Smits lends his voice and was the one that really surprised me because I just didn't know he could sing. But then we have Olga Merediz, who plays Abuelita, and I wasn't prepared for her performance. I mean, she killed it. And then after watching the movie, I found out that she originally played Abuelita in the Broadway production, so it's only natural that her power and range would be featured in the movie too. There are also performances from Hawkins and Beatriz where I was shocked at how good they could actually sing. But the two performances that were really the most moving to me were Melissa Barrera and Leslie Grace. Their range is phenomenal, and their voices are so pure that they could easily take over any of the songs, but they used restraint when needed so that they don't dominate every moment that they're singing. When they do get solos though, watch out. I mean, it is easy to fall in love with the way they sing because they are so easy on the ears, but they also command your attention. And the camera work in this is wonderful to watch as well. And I'm not just talking about the cinematography. I mean, that was really beautiful, especially when the film would capture the essence and life of the neighborhood as the characters moved through it. There are several camera movements that could only be captured in a movie too. And I'd be curious to see how some of the scenes were executed on stage, but in the movie, there is a really well choreographed number when the cast goes to the pool. There are so many different angles that are captured, and some of the most impressive ones are the aerial shots that are looking just straight down, and they're a little reminiscent of some of those classic movies where you'd see either synchronized swimmers or synchronized dancers performing. Another scene that really captured me was a song and dance between Hawkins and Leslie Grace. They're out on a balcony, and the way the camera follows them really had me questioning how they were able to film it, and also the creativity just that went into the shot choices. It was amazing to watch. The story has a few different facets to it that are pretty interesting. One is a semi-love story, but it is frustrating as observers because we see things the characters don't, and so we sit in that tension until they realize what we've seen all along. Overlaying everything, though, is a story of survival, making more of life, and dreaming of a better future. We see many characters who struggle, but they're pursuing their dreams, and each day they're getting closer to fully realizing those dreams. And all of the characters have different dreams, whether they're of continuing a family legacy, or building a business, getting an education, or even becoming a US citizen. Each of these dreams are impactful and told in a compelling way where they don't feel disjointed, but they work together and are cohesive. Now, the movie is 2 hours and 23 minutes, and the music kept me engaged pretty much the entire time. There was one moment that felt like it was the climax of the story and it was getting ready to wrap up. But at that point, there were more than 30 minutes left, and during that time, just in that brief spot, I felt the length of the movie. Now, I know if I were watching this on stage, the time wouldn't bother me at all. And maybe that's because there would be an intermission between the acts, I don't know. But because I wasn't watching this on stage, feeling the time did bug me slightly. But only slightly. Overall, this has good drama, a well-told story that has plenty of conflict and tension, but it also has resolution. And most importantly, because this is a musical, the music, dancing, lyrics, and performances, they are spectacular. I was happy to go on this lyrical journey with the characters, and I loved the variety of the numbers. I think this has the potential to be another summer favorite where you can obsess over the music just like Hamilton when it came to Disney+. I'd definitely recommend carving out some time to give this one a watch. There's no sex or nudity, some profanity, but no violence. I give In the Heights 4.5 out of 5 couches. So have you been looking forward to seeing this? If you're familiar with the soundtrack, do you have a favorite song? Let me know what it is in the comments below. If you enjoyed this review, please give it a like. Also, don't forget to share and subscribe. I'm Chris. This is Movies and Munchies. Thanks for couching with me.